Hello everybody, how we doing? My name is Quantic Flux, and today we're going to be checking out the full release of a game called Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes. This is made by the Crying Suns devs. Big thanks to them for sending this my way, and it's just like Crying Suns, but better in every way, in my opinion. It's a tactical roguelite, it's very cool, it's got a Battlestar Galactica skin, and boy oh boy do I love that series. So without further ado, why don't we head on in and check it out. I have been playing this so much. It's a very hard game. I do have some meta progress, and we're going to be going in with the third ship today. The only time I've ever won an entire run is on easy difficulty. Normal is so freaking hard. I can't even imagine playing on veteran, but we're going to go in on normal, and we're going to see what we can get up to. I've not played as this ship before. Let's see what's different about it, shall we? Let's see. It's got a salvage vessel and an armed ship. Core system's vulnerability manipulation tactics. All damage dealt to enemies affected by a negative status are increased by 50%, but decreased by 25% if they're not affected by a negative status. This seems like it's going to be terrible, man. Well, put me in, coach. I'm ready. So the way that this game works is you are trying to reach the Battlestar Galactica. You've gotten the call, the distress signal. You are escaping Cylons at every opportunity, and along the way, you're going to be making some very tough choices, balancing out factions, and it's real hard, man. I think that this is a terrible idea, but I desperately want another civilian ship. So just don't do that. Just don't do that. You gotta get resources early. I've set us up for failure already. This game is so freaking cool, man. Scattered Hopes, Battlestar Galactica. The soundtrack's incredible. Oh my god, so few of you have survived. Hunted down by your own creation. One ship still stands to break the cycle. Your mission: lead every last survivor. I feel like you could do an Optimus Prime voice here and do it to great effect. To humanity's only hope, the Energon Cube. I hate Decepticons. I don't remember how Optimus Prime sounds. It's kind of like that, though, I'm pretty sure. The CIC is quiet. Your XO and CAG read the transcript of the message from Commander Adama. By the way, your people are randomized every freaking time through a bunch of different faces and I think body types as well, and it's very cool. Diogo Igwe. I'm sorry, I definitely mispronounced your name. I'm so sorry, Diogo. So we have a plan, a goal. Georgios Segel. Georgios. I'm sorry. It'll do for now. The fleet will love this. This could really boost morale. By the way, have you read the reports? The underworld is asking for our assistance. A group of workers is using the chaos of the Cylon attack as an opportunity to clean the fleet. They'll attack underworld agents if we do nothing. And by agents, you mean thieves, loan sharks, and swindlers? Is that really a problem? That's not the point right now. We might need them later. Workers will hate that. Siding with them will be an effective but brutal way to show we care. All right, so we're already making a decision here. We have factions on our fleet. We've got workers, military, and underworld, and then we also have to balance healthcare and maintenance. So our choice immediately is a problem. Whoever we side with, they're going to get more influence, which makes their effects stronger later in the run. And whoever we don't choose, we're going to lose reputation with them. So the higher the influence, the more beneficial or devastating the effects, and the lower or higher the relations. Lower relations, obviously, they're going to make bad things happen for you, and if they have high influence, they're going to be really bad things. If you can get their relation up, they're going to make good things happen for you. So ideally, you want the faction that you side with to have high influence, and the factions that you don't side with to have low influence. I'm going to agree with the workers, because screw the underworld. All right, let me supervise this. Cleaning the fleet before we try to reach Galactica is good optics. Now, every system that you're in, you're going to have things to do. Okay, so you could see that we have crises already. We have 8 turns on each of these, and we have 3 people to make things happen. We only have one point of interest in this galaxy, I guess, zone. I don't know what the sector, I guess, is what they're called. We only have 1 point of interest at the moment, so we only need one person to do things. You can see that they have energy under their portraits here, and your people are going to be good at different things. So right now you've got the 3 basic ones. I think they're always the same. They are not. They're always the same for the ship that you get, I guess. But this is definitely different than the first ship. So this guy, when assigned to any Gunstar weapon, all Gunstar weapons gain a 2% chance per this hero's level to apply a random status every time it deals damage to a unit. That's interesting because we saw that we deal more damage to things that have statuses. What do you do, sir? As long as this hero is in a deployed squadron, all allied squadrons gain 3% damage per hero's level. I think that's the same as the other ship. And this is definitely the same as the other ship. So the only one that's different is this guy. Where this is going to matter is that right now we only have one person that can go into actual ships and one person that can go into our Gunstar's weapons. This engineer can't go into either. They can't be assigned. So if we go to the hangar here, you'll see that we have different ships. Holy crap, we actually have very different ships than the first ship. Hold on, let me see what these do. Jamming bullets. Unit has artillery. Unit applies slow and frail every time it deals damage to unit. That seems incredibly important since we deal more damage to things with status effects. We've got a ship that chases missiles, which is pretty helpful. And I'm familiar with the Scorpio. The Scorpio's freaking awesome, dude. This guy has an ability that shoots out a bunch of flak instantly and does a bunch of damage to things in the area. So I think we're probably going to end up using the Cobra and the Scorpio. The Scorpio is going to get a lot of kills, so I'm going to toss our man in there. And then if we go over to our Gunstar weapons, what do we have here? We have an EMP missile launcher and a radioactive X missile launcher. Interesting that we don't have the any nukes. Launch a long-range explosive missile applying stun to all units within the affected area, huh? Okay. Stun lasts 7 seconds. I mean, sorry. Decay lasts 7 seconds, it looks like. I'm not sure how long stun lasts. I'm going to put our guy on this one, though, since it has a lower cooldown, which means we can get more use out of their ability. I will say 2% chance per hero's level is pretty trash. I don't think that's going to come up very often. And there is an entire R&D lab that we can mess around with. The different ships have different levels of things they can get. So it looks like, for example, this one can't get that many hull reinforcements compared to the first ship, and it can't get critical system insulation as high either. I'm not sure what the benefit of this is compared to the other one, but you are going to want to upgrade your ships there for sure. Let's go to the bar and see what's going on. At the beginning of each run, you're going to get a special perk that you could choose from. Commander, this place is a gold mine. A group of civilians just came forward. They're willing to help. They're ready to give time to teach a new skill to Sergeant Buzzati or to join the crew directly. Or we could use them to produce new resources. -8 supplies and -1 Tillium. You get an entirely new person. That sounds like a good deal to me, to be honest. It is a lot of supplies and Tillium to lose, but I'm going to do it because having an extra energy every system is like super helpful. The more the merrier, I guess. Also, the sooner we get someone, the sooner we can start leveling them up. Okay, what do you do? Gain 20% extra supplies every time this hero resolves a POI with a supply reward. Okay, not super helpful at the moment, but pretty cool anyways. We're going to resolve this. Drifting civilian ship. A drifting civilian ship not responding to comms, no damage, electrical systems are malfunctioning. Fixing these might get us a new friendly vessel. So when you're presented with POIs, which is every sector, you're going to have two choices every single time. The choice on the left generally doesn't, and by generally I mean it never requires a person to solve, but usually it gives worse results. So like, for example, this one is going to add a civilian ship to our fleet if we don't use a person. But if we do, we're going to get a civilian ship that's a guaranteed uncommon or higher. So we're going to do that. Georgios, get in there, my dude. What do you got for me? A new civilian ship has joined the fleet. Obtain 7 supplies per jump, 60% max hull. Okay, huge. And now you see that these have ticked down by 1 for the sector. You can't be assigned to anything, right? Yeah, unfortunate. Let's... got a hazard coming up, a crisis in 5 turns. Let's do... I mean, it's going to save us supplies by just using our people. So I think I'll do that. It also gives us... sorry, I sneezed. It also gives us EXP for the people. You can see this bar on the left is their EXP bar. And once they level up, they're going to have perks that they can choose from. If we level up these two people, we might be able to assign them to Gunstar weapons or squadrons so that they can help out in battles. An issue requires your attention, Commander. All right, what you got for me? Well. Just received an interesting offer from the Underworld, Commander. In exchange for food and medicine, they'll invite you to a major ceremony of theirs. Everybody who's somebody will be there. Remember, sir, these people, they're not our friends. At best, they're partners, but if you refuse the invitation, there could be consequences. Okay, interesting. I don't want to make them more powerful because we already made them upset a little bit. So I think I'm going to say no, and we're just going to completely ruin... Okay, we're going to completely ruin our relationship with the Underworld. We're now tense, which means that when events happen, they're going to be negative. They're going to be negative, and it's going to be a problem for me. But, you know, screw you, Underworld, you jerks. Let's fix the hull breach. Okay, now we have nothing to do until this crisis happens, so we can go to our ships. This one's already maxed out, which is crazy. This one is not. So you can spend some time to train the crew of the ships that you're in. Oh, wow, this one does damage. That's pretty neat. When you level them up, they get more of whatever they're doing. I've never seen this ship, and I've never seen this ship, so I don't know what leveling them up exactly does. But I know for ships that give resources, they give more resources and get more max hull per level up. We can also go back to our Gunstar, and we can waste 2 turns. I say waste, but I mean, sometimes you have to. You can use 2 turns to get some amount of resources. This is almost always the worst investment of your time, to be honest with you. So I don't know that I want to do that. I do know that one of the meta progress things I unlocked is that I spent 3 levels to make it so that every time I go into battle, the ships that I take with me, the civilian ships I take into battle, get 60 EXP per fight. So I think I would probably like to level this guy up twice so that it has 60 EXP, so the next time we go into battle, it's going to be fully leveled. You're needed urgently in the CIC, sir. Little fingers, new crisis. These are all randomized, by the way, and there seems to be a lot of them in the game. Gods, another report of stolen supplies, Commander. I mean, this is definitely related to the Underworld hating me. My team's complained about it too. The thieves are smart, discreet. They take small quantities each time, making it difficult to notice. We lack visibility on how to solve this, Commander. We could upgrade fleet logistics to increase security coverage. No, too complicated for such a small issue. Sir, let me tighten controls over the fleet. We've been tolerating too many organizations running shady operations. It's time to put a stop to all this. Following your plan will only make the Underworld grumble even more. We need to be smarter, sir. Whenever you have a crisis, you're going to be confronted with 2 options here. First option is you're going to try and find a way to deal with the problem. It's going to have negative consequences either at the end when you run out of time or every some amount of turns. This one bypasses it completely, but gives you a generally very negative effect for either permanently or for a number of sectors. This one is permanent, and it's bad. This one is also bad, but I feel like I would like to try and do this instead because drastically deteriorating our relationship with someone that already hates us is going to be very bad. So let's try and solve it. Following your... on it. Okay, so what do we got? Reach level 2 in Gunstar upgrades, fleet logistics. I think that's going to be a problem. So the way that these work is you have generally multiple steps. You're going to have to accomplish certain goals. Sometimes it just requires you to send people. Sometimes it just requires resources. This one is going to require us to level up fleet logistics to level 2, which we can actually do right now. You probably should not do it right now because that leaves you dramatically low on scrap, but we'll see what happens here. Down in the R&D lab, you're presented with the upgraded security system. Everybody seems quite excited. We've installed cameras, automatic detectors, which all helped us to identify the culprits. Children, sir. Kids? Ha, that's rich. Group of well-organized orphans who steal here and there to get by. We have until they'll soon be able to meet aboard the Levitium. Let's nab these little mice. Agreed. Can't we just, like, let them go? Can't we just tell them to stop doing that? All right, and then we're going to send our final dude to stop these children. Crisis solved. Sir, we've arrested the orphans. They're all locked up. That seems like They're children, dude. You probably shouldn't lock them up, man. We also found their stash, an impressive collection of food and medicine. We could give them to the Marines. They could definitely use it. Screw that noise, dude. I'm not so sure. The thieves' victims were mostly dockers. Maybe the supplies belong to them. We could make the workers happy. I will say, though, that I'd rather just have the supplies. We're going to take the supplies for ourselves. After all, we can use them right away. All right, sick nasty. We love it. We still have 3 turns left before we have to do our fight. We increase someone's morale, which is great. Once they get high enough morale, where do we see morale? I think it's on the left here. Yeah. Once they get high enough morale, if they get up to excellent, you can send them onto like a personal quest that will give them a legendary trait, which is super duper helpful. I've never gotten their morale so low that they have a personal crisis, but that does seem like an interesting thing to have happen. Okay, I think what I would like to do, since we have a couple turns left, is start leveling up this guy. Uh-oh, an issue requires your attention, Commander. Commander, I have a request regarding my personal project. I need some specific nails and screws used in fleet maintenance, the kind the Gunstar needs or sends to other ships to help. Thing is, I kind of think we overdo it with maintenance sometimes, and getting access to these materials would be a real game changer for me. What do you say, sir? Just this once? No? Are you out of your mind? I'm not giving you stuff that would reduce maintenance, brother. What are you doing? Alright, I messed up his morale a little bit, but screw you, man. I understand, I think. Yeah, the entire fleet's maintenance is more important to me than your personal project, guy. Alright, level you up one more time. And now, the next fight, these two are both going to be fully leveled. We should start getting Tillium because we are desperately low on Tillium, and it's, like, incredibly important to have Tillium. Greatest contact. Oh, my God. All right, let's take a quick look at our hangar, make sure I've assigned things. I think I did earlier. We only have one hero that we can assign at the moment, which is Rough. Yeah, okay. We're all assigned. We've got our upgrades that we want. Oops. Hold on. I didn't add my ships. Okay. You two, congratulations. You're defending the ship. Into battle we go. The battles are going to play out just like Crying Sun. They are real time, but they have push pause, and they are hectic and scary. And you're going to be basically fighting off as many enemies as you can until you can jump away and escape. Okay, I need Tillium bad, man. But this one gives me scrap, supplies, and a Gunstar weapon. This one gives me a nuke, which I don't think we have any use for on this ship, unless I'm mistaken. But I didn't see a nuke launcher, so... Tough choice, man. I think I'll go for this one. Alright, we do be jumping. Typhon class frigate Type D Mauler. Frakkin Cylons is what I have to say about that. Okay, I do not want you in that slot. I want to deploy the Scorpio there. I want to deploy the Cobra here. When you start out, you're going to have your Gunstar weapons 50% of the way... 50% of the cooldown is going to be reduced, and you can remove them if you want. I only have the 2 weapons, though, so there's no point. And then you kind of put your guys wherever you can. Make them fly out. I think this one is an artillery, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to unpause. We've got raiders showing up in the middle here. Okay. Yep, you are an artillery, all right. Get rocked. Okay. Huge. So far, so good. Not too bad. It does get incredibly hectic later on, I will say. We're going to use this. Okay, I said we're going to use this. I said we're going to use this. What are you doing? Why didn't you use your ability, you idiot? Okay, it looks like our Gunstar weapons are ready. Okay, sir. Get in there. There we go. Used our ability. So far, the... Oh, God. The downside has not been too bad. I should have saved this. I'm stupid. I'm stupid! Okay. Wow, this thing's freaking slow, man. That's not good. I think we just save it. I forgot that you attack. That's very cool. I don't think I've ever had a civilian ship that attacks, and holy crap, does it seem helpful. We're going to split you up. I'm going to use this ability here. So far, we've only seen raiders, I think. And raiders are not a big deal at all. But they get some pretty crazy freaking... Oh, God. Please. Kill the thing, you freaking idiot. Oh, my God. Okay, borders. Borders are annoying, but I think we can handle them. It's fine. They get some wacky ship types later on as you get further in, like harder and harder ship types. There's one called the Dodger that I absolutely hate. It dodges a lot. It's very annoying. And usually the this ship is shooting like missiles or otherwise doing something irritating. Okay, you've hit my ship. Rude. Dude, having a civilian ship that fires is like insanely helpful. All right, get ready to destroy them all. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Why did you auto-pause? FTL's ready in 10 seconds. Okay, good. Kill the remaining ships. Hurry up. You're gonna have to hurry up. You're gonna have to... Why? What are you doing? Okay. Everybody get back to the ship. We gotta go. You gotta go. Please, you gotta go. Get me out of here. Huge. All right. Very successful first mission. Usually they're not too bad at the start. When you finish a mission, you get to choose some blessings. It's not always 3. Why are you still shooting? It's not always 3, but sometimes it's 3. If things get like exploded, like someone dies, sometimes it'll show up and let them... I'm going to pick something because this is driving me crazy and I can't think. Georgios have some extra XP. Sometimes it'll let you pick like, okay... This ship that got destroyed doesn't actually get destroyed, or this person that got injured isn't actually injured, which is very helpful because on the civilian ships especially, every some amount of health you lose triggers a crisis event in the next sector, and it's eventually you start getting so many that it becomes a real problem. FTL jump complete, sir. Checking fleet status. Commander, we can't continue like this. The Cylon keep finding us, and they're becoming more aggressive. There's pain in your Exo's eyes. You think for a second before putting him on the patting him on the shoulder. This is bad. You and your Exo turn around. Igwe stands close to the Dratus screens, eyes closed. There are many fleets and sectors around us. Dead fleets, signs of intense fights. Picking up mayday signals, looping. Nobody's answering. The Dratus view is dreadful. You have to take a step back. If the Cylons were this aggressive, it means we're getting close to something important. You say the words out loud, but they weren't meant to be spoken. The entire CIC looks at you as if you sleepwalked into the room. Commander's right. The Cylons must want to stop us from reaching something. Quick nod to thank your XO, and you shake your head. You feel exhausted, but a small part of you finds the situation exciting. As if you were going back home. Okay, huge. Our dude did level up. What you got for me, dude? Whoa. Every time a unit is destroyed with assigned Gunstar weapon, all allied units restore 25 health points per unit destroyed. What the hell? That's disgusting. That's an insanely lucky level up. I will say, though, you're currently assigned to something that does not destroy anything, so I'm going to quickly reassign you before I forget. Congratulations, my friend. Now you can destroy things. It does suck that that's a damage over time effect, because I don't think that's super helpful. Let's go to the bar and see what we can do here. The bar reeks of cheap alcohol, which is probably why there's so few people here. Okay, I could try and increase my relations with the underworld who hates me. I can have a drink with Igwe. Or I can gamble scrap. That sounds like a terrible idea. I'm going to have a drink with Diogo Igwe. Come here, let's drink, you and I. Sure. First few minutes are silent. Looks like you both needed it. Igwe mentions his past as a soldier to pay for his university tuition. Rip, dude. Take a sip of your drink and feel the warmth of the liquor starting a fire in your throat. I'll drastically improve his morale since I lowered it earlier. Enjoy. There's a strange vibration in the air when you stand up. Your empty stomach burns. You head for your quarters. You probably should have eaten before drinking, dude. Okay, so we got a lot of points of interest here. We only have 4 guys. We have a crisis coming. You are not fully leveled up. That's a good point, man. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We should probably wait to see what this crisis is before doing most of these points of interest. So I think I'm going to level up. Wow, did you... You're doing 8 more damage per second, it seems like. A moderate amount of random resources. Dude, I think we need resources, to be honest. Especially Tilium. Holy crap. So we're going to level this up. Boom. Boom. Okay. We need you on this issue, sir. Sure. Something I need to run by you, sir. The military's been accessing our firepower ever since we left the colonies. Say everyone in their rank needs security clearance to access top secret information. What do you think, Commander? Hell no, dude. Careful, Commander. We can't give them too much power. We really want to share our classified data with lower-ranked service members? Absolutely no. No, I do not. No. I don't care if I piss off the military. You're not accessing my top-secret information, brother. Learned that from Adama. Got to keep things secret. Okay. Start leveling this up. This guy's going to max out once we do the next fight. And then we do need to make sure that we have enough time to do all 4 of these. Wreckage, planet, structure, wreckage. I know that usually the things that they want us to do are wreckage or structures. So I'm going to do a planet instead. We got Tillium out the wazoo now, which is great. You leveled up. You're needed urgently in the CIC, sir. Sealed ship, new crisis. Commander, we need your help. Okay. All of our exits are sealed. We're locked in. Cylon missile that exploded close to the ship must have triggered this response. By the gods. At first glance, he's right. Looks like a ship-wide electronic and mechanical failure. Can't get out. Even our main airlock is blocked. You find some soothing words before picking Buzati's brain over a possible solution. I see 2 options. The security lock must be reset. To do that, we need a spare system. You might find one in wreckages or colonial structures. This is why you do it, man. The other one is simpler but riskier for the ship. You blow the main airlock open. Okay, locking one of our ships is so horrible, but losing 500 hull is also so horrible. We're going to do this because I know we have the things required to start working on this, like here in this sector. You only have to resolve 1. Easy peasy, dude. I could do that right stat now. You are close. First of all, hold on. You level up. What do you got? 30% chance to gain 2 fleet health every time assigned enemy squadron destroys an enemy unit is great. I don't care about empathetic. It applies taunt every time it deals damage to a unit. That is good, but also extremely dangerous. I'm going to take more fleet health. This is our fleet health. Right now, it's pretty freaking good, but getting more and more of this means we can afford to fail some of the later things when things start going real crazy, and we can't get to all of them. So I'm going to take that now. All right, what you got for me? Give me a cool weapon, please. A high-intensity EM cannon. Fires an instantaneous long-range shot at the target. Sounds badass. Yeah. Sir, we've got hands on a spare system for the Lividium. My team's ready to fix their security system. Excellent news. Proceed. Okay. Affirmative. And now it's going to put a new objective towards us, which honestly is very cheap to solve. So I might do that and then use our 2 people for the points of interest. Every time this hero resolves a point of interest, another random hero heals 1 health. Is so good. Obtain 1 supply every time assigned squadron destroys a heavy raider. Ooh, this is a tough choice. This is a very, very strong skill, but we don't have more than 1 person that can be assigned to squadrons right now, and this will make it so that Buzati can be assigned to a squadron, so they can start destroying things and leveling up. Field Medic is so good. You start to get things that are risky, so that they can hurt your people, and being able to heal someone is like super duper important. So I'm going to take this against my better judgment. We're going to solve this real fast. Sealed ship, crisis solved. Commander, your team has fixed my ship. I had my doubts anyone would ever get on or off again. Thank you. We're all in this together, Captain. Nerd. Uh-oh. We need you on this issue, sir. Back from our first official meeting with the workers, sir. My, are their leaders outspoken. I think they have a hard time accepting that our world, 12 colonies, is forever gone. Workers are requesting lessened security surrounding their activities. They think we're slowing them down. Too much red tape. They're probably right, dude. You don't need bureaucracy in the end of the world situation. Sounds like a terrible idea, Jing. The nerve of these people. I do agree that we should cut the workers some slack. So we did make them more influential, which is, you know, it didn't level up to the next level, so it's probably fine for now. Orders are orders, I suppose. Shut up, dude. Don't question me, you little jerk. All right, you get in here, my friend. Hopefully you'll level up and I can assign you to a squadron or a weapon. Oh my god. Assigned unit applies decay every time it deals damage to a unit is so disgustingly good for this particular gun star. Get in there, dude. Probably should have read the other ones, but here we are. Okay. Good stuff. Greatest contact. You hate to see it. How expensive is it to get another... Pretty freaking expensive. Okay. Go to the hangar. I'm going to change up the weapons that we have. I would like to assign... This is damage, right? What was the reason I wanted you to do is damage? Because you got me health. That's super important. We're going to do this. And we're going to make this the first weapon and this probably the second weapon. Maybe this one. The stun is pretty good. I do think applying decay, though, is super important since we do less damage to things that don't have status effects and it lasts longer than the stun. I can't get another slot for a ship yet, unfortunately. Let's make sure we assign Ahmed to something. I do think he'd work best on the Gazelle since it's the fastest attacking ship here. But I think for now, we're just going to put you in the super long-range ship that we have. All right. Bring it on, nerds. Where are we going next? I could potentially get either another ship or a person there. Elite Cylon battles, by the way, are no freaking joke, and you probably shouldn't do them. They're really, really hard. I think so I've successfully completed a couple of them, but 99% of the time you go into this and you get your ass handed to you, and you're in a much worse off position. I absolutely think we need to go this way, though, because the other way does not have Tillium. And we desperately, desperately need Tillium. You use at least one every time you jump to a new sector, and then every point of interest uses a Tillium, so not having Tillium is terrible. The sectors we're seeing are like, there's barely any points of interest, which is strange, because most of them that I've seen have like 3 or 4 every time. We've been seeing a lot of 2s. Okay. Scorpio, Cobra. Here we go. You go here. Go here. You are good. Oh god, these are fast. Okay. Good, 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 good. We're gonna move you out a little bit to here. We're gonna move you to here. Apparently, I murdered something. I unlocked something. You love to see it. Oh god. Oh god. Uh-oh. I didn't load up the correct weapon. Crap, 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 crap. I'm stupid. Okay. Okay, this one is attacking my ship directly. You hate to see it. So far, so good. Huge. Oh, God. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Civilian ship, you're great. We love you. You are gunning straight for my other ship. What the heck, man? Okay, good. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah. The 2% chance is happening a lot more frequently than I gave it credit for. Because we seem to be slowing a lot. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Move over slightly. We got 41 seconds left. Okay. Uh-oh. Good, good, good. You level up. Huge. Oh boy. You're gonna use this. And then fly over here. Uh-oh. Get him. That's a lot of freaking units. Holy crap. That's like a lot of units. Can we... You know what? Let's start doing this. Let's do this. Sure. Holy crap. So many freaking units. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, jump. Huge. I don't know why they ignored our civilian ships, but that was super helpful. Okay. I really think if you're not taking damage, the most helpful thing you can do early on is leveling up your dudes. Because they get some really strong effects. Okay, what you got for me? We got a crisis. Oh, we must... Did we take enough damage to get a crisis? We must have. Bomb reported aboard the Gunstar. We have to defuse it now. That is not related to anything I did, I don't think. Okay, it's just a generally bad thing. We're going to toss you in because you're about to level up. All right, huge. You need it urgently in CIC, sir. A Cylon among us. Oh my god. I was hiding this from you guys because it wasn't in the demo, but this is absolutely my favorite part of the game. Adama's warning. We have a Cylon on board. Passing as one of us. They're here. I can't believe it. Gods, get a hold of yourself, Igwe. Your XO turns to you, a fire in his eyes. We need to set up a post for you in the security center, sir. You'll handle a hunt from there. One person for everything? It's protocol, and you should know it. Counter-espionage demands compartmentalization. Take me to the Security Council, Colonel. All right. Right away. Please follow me, sir. Now it's our goal to reveal who the hell in our crew is a Cylon. Entering the security center feels like stepping into another world, one of secrecy and spy games. Cylon is walking among us. Could be anyone, even someone in the CIC. You take a second to comprehend the gravity of the situation. Your enemy is among the very last of your kind. Let's catch this traitor. Now, for the rest of our run, until we catch the Cylon, every 5 turns, something bad is going to happen to us, and it's going to get worse the longer we take. So, we need to figure out who the hell is the Cylon. And the way you do that is Cylons always have 3 sketchy things about them. We are going to be able to reveal certain clues once per sector, and the more people you have in your crew, the more clues are revealed, but it's still going to take some freaking time. So right now, our 4 suspects are these guys. If you ever see that they have 2 cleared things, they are not the Cylon. The Cylon will always have 3 potentially sketchy things, and then from there you have to investigate. Now, we could spend all of our freaking supplies trying to investigate now. That is a terrible idea. I generally try and save it towards the end when it costs significantly less, because the more information you have revealed, the less supplies it costs to reveal information. We're going to start here, reveal up to 2 clues. Okay. That doesn't tell us a whole lot, because these 3 could be sketchy, which would mean you're a candidate for Cylon. Same with here. So we don't have a whole lot to go on at the moment, unfortunately. So we're going to have to deal with the consequences of not knowing things. However, that being said, usually at the bar, you can reveal a random secret about someone. Yeah. Listen to rumors of the past during a game of Triad. You sit and quietly listen to conversations around you. Very quickly, Georgios Seagull name pops up the Triad table. Something about their past, you're not entirely sure if it's relevant, but you make a mental note. Finish your drink and leave. So now we've got an extra clue, a random clue about Georgios. Having heard enough, you quietly leave the bar. You should look more into Georgios' past. All right, what's our new clue? Ooh, suspicious. Now, see, this is yellow. Yellow is bad. That means you don't know and you have to look into it further. That is what I was saying. The Cylon will have 3 yellows. You have to confirm whether or not it's actually a problem or if it's just, something you didn't know. So if you click on this, once you know it's yellow, it will spend some amount of supplies depending on how much information you revealed to try and confirm it. And if you confirm that they're a Cylon, great, wonderful, you've done it. There's only one. I think there's only ever one. I'm not 100% sure if that changes on higher difficulties, but I've only ever seen 1 Cylon on board. I'm not going to waste my supplies now because that's like 1/4 of our supply cost, but that is good to know. Okay, you've leveled up. Gain 1 Tillium for each nuke gained except from shops. That is not bad. Since I don't think we have a use for nukes on this ship. But on the other hand, I like the idea of always taking minimum damage from risky situations because they start to get real crazy, man. Okay. One of our ships has leveled up. It was the Cobra. What do you got? Oh my god. We have been getting very lucky with legendaries this time. It's kind of crazy. 3 random passive abilities of any rarity. What do we get? Unit gains an additional 2% damage every time it deals damage. But if it doesn't deal damage for 5 seconds, it resets. Bummer. We've gotten increased max hull but less speed. I hate that. And every time the unit takes damage, it deals a fraction of damage to all enemies within radius. Fun? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. We definitely need Tilium reserves. I am kind of worried that this is going to be a problem over here, though. You are going to fully level next time we jump. You're already fully leveled. I guess we could just, like, use a turn to get a Tilium and see what happens. Your attention is needed, Commander. I have a request from our military commander. It's about the break room on the Gunstar. They say it's overcrowded and wasn't designed for even half the current head count. We're asking for scrap to modernize the place. Saying yes will definitely curry their favor. I don't care, brother. You want a bigger room? Dude, I have an entire fleet to worry about. I do not care. Oh no, we're tense. Shut up. Shut up, idiot. Okay. Keep going. This is probably going to add 8 more DPS, which is very strong. I think I'm worried, man. I think I'm worried about this. I'm going to do this right now, even though I shouldn't. I'm going to actually send you, though, because you're about to level up. All right, dude, what you got? You leveled? With the weapon you currently have, I don't think either one of these is very helpful, but I will put on Decay. That's fine. And I don't know. You really shouldn't try and do these before the crisis or crises, but it's really late in the sector, so I'm going to do it now. Okay, what do we get? Obtain 5 extra scrap for each unit of Tilium obtained. That would have been helpful to have earlier. I'll take that, though, for sure. We've got 4 slots for stuff right now. An issue requires your attention, Commander. All right, what you got for me? Can I have a word with you, Commander? The current maintenance works aboard the Gunstar are happening right above my office. Okay. It's perhaps a big ask, but would it be possible to postpone the repairs? Are you out of your mind, Buzati? I know maintenance is crucial, so just for a few days? Absolutely not. Are you insane? Just go to a different office. What is wrong with you? All right, our maintenance is good, but our morale over here is bad. Which, I mean, honestly, I don't care about. You are asking for something completely unreasonable. Appreciate your honesty. You're very welcome. Don't ask me for stupid things again. There is no chance I'm doing this, even though it gives me legendary stuff. There's just no freaking way this early on we can do an elite. Because we only have 2 ships, man. It's just not going to happen. So don't waste your time and energy. I think we need scrap. There's a promising new opportunity for the fleet. Okay, this is happening because our maintenance is good. That's great. Commander, given the strong level of maintenance that you tried to butcher, at the moment, my team had a little extra time on their hands and came up with an idea. Ah, good news for once. We propose building a system that mimics a nuclear signature, making the Cylons less aggressive towards the civilian ships using the Gunstar as a decoy. To do this, we'll need to upgrade a weapon slot to implement the decoy system. To do that, we can do all that so long as maintenance keeps up. Okay. Focuses all Cylon attacks only on the Gunstar for 3 sectors. That's pretty freaking helpful. I will say that's a very expensive upgrade, though. 184. I also think it's significantly less useful for the way I play than upgrading for another chip slot, but that's okay. More scrap. Okay, we got a crisis. The CIC needs you, Commander. Delayed repairs, new crisis. Your chief tech called you down to the R&D lab urgently to show you some results about the weapons of the Gunstar. By the gods, it's worse than I thought. It's been an overheating issue for quite some time, but now it's damaging our weapons. You knew about this, but did nothing? The Gunstar maintenance was scheduled, but we had to leave in a hurry. Now we have to increase the weapon cooldown to avoid important damage. The issue's basic, so it should be easy to find some spare parts and structures or wreckages. This is why you wait. We had a frickin' wreckage earlier. Or we leave it to the R&D lab, but it'll disrupt their work on the sleep. That's horrible. 20% cooldown to all weapons. I haven't been using them that frequently, so I don't mind that too much. Right away. Okay, what do we got to do? Yeah, that's horrible. That's rough. That's going to be a problem for a while. Even If we had waited, we'd only get one of those done, I'm pretty sure. What's this? Okay, now we got a risky one. So the way that risky things work is it uses some sort of roll. I don't know the exact percentage roll here, but it's going to use some sort of roll to determine whether or not you take damage. So right now, it's 0 to 1 health. That's not a big deal. All of our people have 3. But it can get, like, surprisingly high in damage, and it could kill someone outright. Or 0 to 25 fleet health, which, I mean, we have 314 now, so that's not that bad, but it also costs supplies. I'm gonna have someone get hurt. Sorry about that. I don't care. I do wish it was anyone but you, though, because I'm pretty sure you're the field medic. Crime scene has links to the Cylon hiding among us. This could be important. We got a new clue? Hell yeah, dude. Lucky. Okay, we cleared you on your fleet record. You could still be a Cylon, though, if the other 3 are not revealed. Okay. Now we could do whatever the heck we want for the last 2. I think probably we want to get a little bit of Tilium. Tilium is, like, insanely important to have since it's used for every point of interest. All right, Dratus contact. I think everyone's assigned. Yeah, I think we're good, man. End it. What you got for me, dudes? Holy crap, we've been getting insanely unlucky with the stuff that we're coming across. Okay, we need 2 wreckage and structures. We could get that here, and there is a trade beacon there. It's such garbage, though. All of these are terrible. We're going to go this way because it's way more Tilium, and also there's a trade beacon, so we could potentially pick up another person, or maybe another ship, or maybe another gun. Let's see what we got. We do, unfortunately, have nukes, though, that I don't think we have a use for. Hydra-class frigate, Type B Sentinel. Oh, crap. They got mines all over the damn battlefield. That's horrible for us. We don't like that. Mines will explode and kill enemy units as well, though. Oh my god! You are right next to my ship, right at the beginning, huh? Okay, the ship is targeting mines automatically, which is great. Normally, your ships will not do that, which is both a good and a bad thing, because you can use them to explode a bunch of bad guy ships. You are so not in range. Oh crap, it's a sniper. Oh god. No, stop sniping me! Sniper, no sniping! Another sniper. Okay, huge. Kill sniper, please. Oh crap, missiles! No! We are uniquely terrible at killing missiles. Oh my god, it's going horrible. It's all cattywampus. Please stop shooting my damn ship, you little jerk. Okay, we're gonna use one of our things. Boom! That seems to only target one dude at a time. I'm gonna use both my things, which is just a horrible, horrible idea. Stop, please stop. Oh god. Another missile. Oh god, please target the missile, you idiot! Oh my god, we're so screwed. Please target the missile. Thank god. Please. We're taking so much freaking damage. Once you take a certain amount of damage, you're going to have a crisis on the ships that take the damage. You do not want to have that happen. You are so far out of range. Oh god. Oh my god. It's terrible. You're shooting missiles? No! Okay, huge. Okay, good. I need a third ship slot desperately. Two missiles coming. Oh! I'm gonna set off a mine. Please. Okay, good. Take it out. Take that one out too. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Please. Oh god, we're starting to die. We're at half health. That's horrible. We got 10 seconds. That's great. Get me the hell out of here. Get out of there, dude. We took a lot of damage. We have a crisis going. It's only a minor crisis. It's not a huge deal. Okay. Get me out of here. Huge. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, not even worried. We could ignore the crisis. It's probably a good idea. That being said, 30 EXP is a lot of EXP. And take it. Okay. What you got for me, dude? This is the crisis that happened because I didn't ignore it. I mean, I didn't choose the option to ignore it. Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to security. We got a Cylon problem. I'm going to use this row. Bing, bang, boom. You are not a Cylon. You are not a Cylon, which means you two, you, Igwe, and you, whose name I don't remember, you are the Cylons. One of you. That's good info to have. Okay. We'll sit and think on that. This needs to be resolved, but it's not super pressing as long as we do it before the end of the sector. This... Another random hero. So you cannot be healed by that is the problem. Which means we definitely need to... We need to upgrade our med bay. Igwe, military, give me clues. The sooner we resolve the Cylon situation, the better. You order a drink and try to make yourself comfortable. Before you can unwind, you notice the card players at the next table. Between rounds, they discuss Panagiotis Ahmad's health and the rumor of a tampered medical file. Take mental note, this will come in handy. That is very handy because you are one of my Cylon suspects. As you exit the bar, your mind races. What is Panagiotis Ahmad hiding? These are the hardest names to pronounce I've ever freaking seen, and I feel very badly for butchering all of them. What did you reveal to me, my friend? Suspicious. Very suspicious, my friend. Okay. I think I'm going to wait until next sector to really start revealing stuff. Because if we can make it 3 supplies, we can figure it out real fast. Okay. Let's level up our ship before I forget. What you got, Scorpio? Every time this unit destroys an enemy, it gains 2 range for the remainder of the battle. Is freaking absolutely insane. Being immune to friendly fire is also crazy. I don't care about overcharge slot. Dude, calibration tuning system is disgusting. What the hell? Okay, let's take a look at this. It is risky. That is a bummer. Ahmed, aren't you the risky man? Who's the one that... Yeah, you are. I will say, though, that's... I mean, it's always 0. But because it's always 0, I don't really want you to do that. I'm going to send someone else. Because we want to be able to make use of this healing. Never mind. Okay, there you go. This is why we saved it. Because 2 damage is a big freaking deal. You're going to take 1 damage for sure. Because of your thing. What the heck, brother? What is happening? Why are there so many bosses or bombs in your freaking ship? What the hell? Okay. Okay. I hate this. I don't need to send someone on the nukes, but I very much would like to get more Tillium. We do heal from murdering things with Igwe, though. So I'm going to do this. And feel bad about it. For being honest with you. What the hell is happening here, dude? What is going on over here, man? Reason with the Underworld group? Is the Underworld just harassing the shit out of the ship for no freaking reason? Is that what's happening? All our civilian ships are leveled up, by the way. It did give 8 per level, it seems like. You're being a pain in the ass, Underworld. I hate you. And you don't like me much either, I see. What to do. think you gotta start doing this. Nukes we don't care that much about. You know what we do is we go here and see if we can get a person. Welcome to this part of the galaxy, soldiers. Hello, Caliban. How you doing? Rumor has it survivors have reached the Battlestar Galactica. There's a chance for you to join that Adama guy, whatever his rank is. Don't you want to join us? Excuse me? Join? No thanks, I'm good here. Fighting the good fight, helping people. I don't need to join an army to do that. What matters is that I can take down as many Cylons as possible and sell the junk I can salvage. Interested? Yes, I am. Holy! Excuse me? Obtain 20 scrap every time this hero resolves a POI is freaking nuts. 20% damage as long as the squadron is full. No. 1 Tillium every time this resolves a POI with the Tillium reward. That's pretty good. What is a Falcon, man? I've never seen this in my life. Primary weapon is replaced by a 360-degree automatic turret doing 70 damage and applying taunt every time it deals damage to a unit. Sounds cool. You don't have that much health for a freaking tank, though. You look like you're a run-and gunner. You got long range, you're very fast, you got a ton of evasion, and you're tanky, huh? You seem cool, but no, thank you. I'm gonna get this guy, because he gets us a ton of scrap. He's very expensive, though. My goodness. Okay, now we have extra energy because of this man. We're gonna send him to... Yes, get more nukes. I don't really care about that. I'll send him to get Tillium. Enjoy. Okay, huge. Really don't want to deal with this before I find out what the crisis is. I'll just pay for the things. Please don't add another one. Okay, good. We're fine. We're very low on supplies now. Okay, what you got for me? You're needed urgently in the CIC, sir. Mystery bomb. Happens because the underworld is tense. Rip. Your XO enters the CIC and heads straight for you. He whispers in your ear the name of one of the officers aboard. Found the body a few minutes ago. Just got back from the medbay where I found this. Seagull gives you a folded piece of paper. On it, the words, send scrap or a bomb goes off on a Civ ship. Has to be the underworld. They hit our guts at the moment. We need to sweep the entire fleet and find the explosive device, sir. Look at the message, the origin of the paper, the stains on the back of it. It could be leads. Or you could just give the scrap the note asks for. Hell no am I not doing that. We got 8 turns to solve this crisis. Scary, don't like it. Start investigating the note right away. Okay, what you got for me? Ooh, boy. Okay, that's not too much, not too many supplies. I will say, though, if I do this now, I won't be able to do these two, and I would like to do these two. I am very not happy about what's happening here, though. I want to make that very clear. Delayed repairs, crisis solved. Good news, Commander. We found enough spare parts to replace the cooling system for the weapons. The engineers are already at work. Hard at work, excuse me. Good. Just do my job, sir. Okay. Another... Why are you happening so freaking frequently? What is going on over here, man? Okay. You don't really need the nukes. So just send you here. Okay. We're going to explore this with this. Bing, bang, boom. All right. Good news, sir. We know where the bomb is. It's on the Crius. Uzadi and Igwe's teams worked relentlessly to catch the bomb's radiation signature. Excellent, and defuse it. We're on it, sir. Good. Greatest contact. Bad timing, my friend. We have 5 turns to the state. Oh my god. We're definitely doing that next sector with the man that takes minimum damage, because it's scary. And this is coming up, which I hate. Very expensive. Do we need to change anything about what we've done? You go on anything, sir? You don't go on stuff, so no. I think we are good. Right? You don't go on anything. Yeah, you're good. Okay, here we go. We're going to go a little bit longer on this video because I want to at least show you guys the first boss. which I'm realizing might be this boss. It might be this zone. Another civilian ship, some Tillium, and supplies. Sounds good. And another trade beacon, huh? Polyphemus, base star. This is definitely a boss. This is going to be the clerk, I believe. Arrogant, filthy, stupid creatures. Rude. Think you can escape my grasp and make fun of us? You'll see. Let us through. You idiot. Stupid Cylon. Not a chance. I will crush you. I don't think so, buddy. Your ass is grass and I'm a lawnmower. Probably. I say knowing full well that I'm very scared about the results of this. Okay, what was your ability, by the way? It was every time you kill something, you get more range. So ideally, we'd like you to kill things. Okay. There's a nuke coming. I hate that. You please shoot the nuke. Oh my god, someone kill the nuke. What is wrong with you people? Jeez Louise. Okay, this is already going horribly. I want to be very clear about that. I'm going to blow you up. Huge. Oh god, he's targeting me! Run! Ooh! Holy crap! Okay, huge. We dodged. You'll love to see it. I'm tossing radiation on you, my friends. Enjoy. We got nukes out the wazoo. Huge. Looks like the Cobra's doing good work down there. You love to see it. Oh, oh my god. No! Not on the slow ship, you ass! No! Okay, we're dodging it. Holy crap! Please! Oh boy. Another nuke coming. You hate to see it. Our range on this ship is getting massive. You're about to die. You are very close to dying. I'm gonna blow you up. Okay, huge. Scorpio is very hurt. It's gonna be a big problem if it dies. Oh god. Fly over here. Oh! Oh no! Don't do this to me! You have to kill the nuke. You have to do it. Please kill the nuke. Run! Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Disgusting. Kill the nuke. We're taking a lot of damage, my friends. 16 seconds before we can leave. I wonder if there's a world where you can actually kill these base stars. I think probably not, because it's got 7,000 freaking health. Okay, everyone, start running away. You guys have some freaking poison, losers. You, get rocked. Oh boy, uh-oh. Okay, get me the hell out of here. Woo! Easy dub, brother. Okay, give Igwe some EXP, even though he might be a freaking Cylon. Huge. And we beat our first boss, folks. We got through the first act. There are 3 acts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 sectors left. I'm not sure if it's 9. Before the end of this run. They are long runs, but boy oh boy are they fun. They get very tense, as you can see. And they're very freaking cool. Rebound is so disgusting. Holy crap, especially on an artillery guy. Less damage, but more bounces is pretty crazy, man. All right, well, we got a lot of horrible things going on. We've got a lot of situations to resolve. We got a civilian ship upcoming. But we're going to call it here for today's video. If you'd like to see more, please let me know. I would be happy to play more. We might stream more tomorrow after this video comes out, because this game is such a freaking banger. I love this game, dude. I've been playing it so much off camera. I couldn't release videos until the 11th, so today, because there was an embargo. But boy, oh boy, do I enjoy this game. And I hope that you did too. I encourage you to check it out. I'll put a link in the description below so you can do exactly that, to the Steam store page. There is a demo available at the time of this recording, and I encourage you to check it out. It looks like the game is normal price $24.99. It's currently 20% off, again, at the time of this recording, so $19.99. Personally, I think that's a frickin' steal, man. I think that's a great price for it. There seems to be a ton of content in the game, which, speaking of which, let me go back to the main menu. Hopefully it's saved. Because then I could show off what the heck kind of stuff I've seen. I might not be able to. Yeah, okay, here's what I wanted to see. The compendium. So I've seen, like, a good amount of stuff. Apparently I've seen 66% of it, in this category at least. But there are, like, a ton of different upgrades that your ships can get. There's a ton of, like, skills that your units can get. Apparently I've seen 70% of those. What is this? Okay, so it must be... I guess the left percentage is the amount of content that's still locked in the category, and the right percentage is the amount of content you've seen that you have unlocked, because otherwise these percentages would not make much sense. There's a ton of ships in the game, just like so freaking many. Apparently I've seen every ship, every good ship except for 2, and each of these comes in different varieties, or different rarities, I should say, where they start with extra abilities that make them rarer. I have barely seen any of the frickin' weapons. I don't know why that is, compared to the amount of ships I've seen. There's traits for the Gunstar that are all pretty frickin' good. There's different civilian ships, which I've apparently not seen many of. And then there are different main ships to play with. This is currently very bugged, the second ship. I should absolutely be able to play with that one now, but for some reason, I think it's related to the demo that I played, since it carried over the demo progress. You can see that I've beaten the clerk 8 times and still have not unlocked the second ship, which requires you to beat him 1 time. This requires you to win 5 times. I've only won once, man. The game is hard. But yeah, the third ship stream's pretty cool. The first ship just lets you repair cheaper, which is pretty freaking helpful, especially when you don't have stuff and you're bad at the game. These are all the different trials you can do to unlock more and more stuff, which is pretty fun. Some of them are hard, man. Like, there's one I'm pretty sure where it wants you to beat the game in under 90 minutes, and I'm like, dude, how? There's no freaking way. I just played for an hour and, let's say, 5 minutes, and I got through the first act. There's no freaking way. You got to play, like, super fast in order to do that. Now, to be fair, I was talking the entire damn time and trying to explain the game and reading everything, but still, 90 minutes is fast, man. There's different challenges for different ships as well when you start up the game. Like, for example, we just beat the clerk for the first time with the that one ship that we were playing with, and that unlocked something. I didn't check what, but it did unlock something, and there's different challenges, like beat the clerk without using a nuke up until that point, or don't get any of your ships wrecked while fighting the second boss, stuff like that, and it unlocks more things to mess around with, which I think is very cool. Anyways, Battlestar Galactica, Scattered Hopes. I'll stop yapping here. It's such a banger game, dude. It's so freaking cool. I love it. I think it's great, and I hope that you like it too. Check out the demo, play it, let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see more, keep an eye out, because I will probably be streaming the rest of this run. If you'd like to support the game, make sure you're wishlisting it. That's true of any game that you want to support on Steam. Wishlists help out a ton. They show the algorithm that a game is worth paying attention to, so make sure you're doing that for any game you want to support. If you'd like to support this channel, the best way to do so is by clicking butchering the outro, sorry about that. Clicking on the videos that I put out and watching them till the end. Those are the stats that YouTube cares the most about. So if you're hearing me say this, you've done that, and I appreciate it greatly. If you'd like to go above and beyond, another great way to support the channel is with likes and or comments. They really do help push us into the algorithm, get the channel shown off more, and it's super duper helpful, and also much appreciated, and I like to read your comments, so thank you for doing so. If you'd like to see more from me, my name is Quantic Flux. I put out a new video just about every single day, where I cover a new, usually indie, usually roguelike game, though I do mix it up on occasion. That sounds like something you'd like to see more of. I'd be happy to have you subscribed. Thank you very much for your time. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope I see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.